No, I love gossip, and our first story has all of those things. Draymond Green of the champion Warriors is known to be intense, is known to demand the most of his teammates, and apparently, reportedly, he threw a punch at Jordan Poole. Notably, both Draymond Green and Jordan Poole are up for extensions from the Warriors. Jalen, I ask you, someone who spent more than 13 years in NBA locker rooms, is this a big deal? How often does this sort of thing happen? And do you think he will be disciplined for this action?
I think he will be disciplined for the action. I don't necessarily believe it's a big deal. What normally makes something a big deal is if that punch lands. That's what changes the dynamics of relationships. We can disagree, we can argue, we can talk trash. The dynamics of a relationship change. I don't care if it's family, I don't care if it's friends, I don't care if it's teammates, I don't care if it's coworkers. When you punch me, our relationship is gonna be different moving forward. So I'm glad it says throws punch, not lands punch. Vastly different. So based on that, and by the way, if you've ever watched an NBA fight, I've been telling y'all for decades, it a lot of times resembles hold me back. And you can pull a punch, so to speak, as well. And so for Jordan, for Draymond, I'm not gonna blow this out of proportion, but what I will say is, in trash talk, things are gonna get said that become personal. And then there's a line you don't cross. So I talked about the Draymond side. Let me talk about the Jordan side. And you know both of these is my brothers. I was just with Draymond a week ago. Can't wait till you guys see me on this show with Jamel Hill and E40. Jordan Poole, that's little bro. Went to Michigan and all of that. And so I love the competitive spirit that both of these guys have. That's why they in the league. Jordan Poole was in the G League not too long ago. Now he about to get top dollar as one of the main contributors of the Golden State Warriors. And Draymond Green's a future Hall of Famer. But there's certain things you don't say. So for Draymond, you don't hit somebody. That changes the dynamic of a relationship. If you're Jordan, don't talk about my family or my money. Don't talk about my family or my money. You can talk about the other 98% of things in life. Don't talk about my family and don't talk about my money. So this got personal. So when it becomes personal, that's what leads to an altercation. But it doesn't change the dynamics of their championship teammate relationship because it didn't land.
So, Jalen, Draymond Green has often been called sort of the heart and soul of the Warriors, the voice of the Warriors, sort of the engine that drives the Warriors. Obviously not the biggest offensive contributor to the team, that would be Steph Curry, but can this sort of attitude and intensity actually be good for a locker room or an NBA team?
Well, I'm gonna look through Draymond's lens for a second. Oh, my scuba's looking cold, jeez. For Draymond, that's his role on the team, to be the physical irritant, not only to the opponent, but the leader that's gonna galvanize and challenge his teammates. That's who he is. Draymond Green Draymond Green has been a winner since he started playing basketball. Remember, I watched him play in high school. He balled at Michigan State. He changed his body dynamics and turned himself into a player. And so now, when you won a championship, that's Jordan's first one. That's Draymond's fourth one. And you heard Pat Riley talk about the dreaded disease of me. What that means is when we win, I now make myself feel more important. Does that mean go somewhere else to get a big deal? Does that mean want more shots? Does that mean want more minutes? Not happy with a role anymore. I think this is good for this dynamic. The Splash Brothers and Draymond, they're the anchors of the team, 32, 35 minutes. But they now can turn it over to the young players because Bob Myers has done such a terrific job of drafting, and Steve Kerr has done a great job of nurturing young players. So the guys I'm about to name, when I was at the finals, wasn't really contributing to them getting a ring this year. Wiseman, Kuminga, and Moody. They're now going to be influxed, and Moody plays some quality minutes, but they're going to now be infused into a lineup with Jordan Poole, who was either starting when Steph was out or coming off the bench. And so I think it's going to be great for them moving forward because the punch didn't land. And secondly, the other lesson is going to be taught to everybody else. Leave the family out of it and don't talk about my bread.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.